Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the PlayStation Portal. If it's your first time to the channel, welcome. My name's Wayne, this is Wayne's Retro World. We discuss a lot of retro gaming and gaming in general, so even the new stuff. So hopefully it's a bit here for everyone, and if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button. So talking about the Portal, I know it's not a new topic, it's been out now just over a month I think. The reason I've done this video, I wasn't going to do a video on it, but the reason I've done this is I was offered one of these a few days before it was released, and it was quite a cheap price, and I was dead against it. I was like, nah, I don't really want one of these. They said, oh, it'll be good for the channel, and I thought, but by the time delivery worked out, I would have had it a day before release, and I would have had to rush a video to get it out, so I said, no, why do I need one? It's just basically remote play. If it was a standalone console, I would have been all over it. But remote play, do I really need that? So that's what we're going to look at today. Do you really need one? Like, I've got a Switch, a Nintendo Switch. I don't really use it much. I'm not a big fan of the Switch. I bought it purely because basically when I'm down at Laura's or something, I can play a game or something, and the Switch just doesn't hit that spot for me, you know, like a PlayStation does. I love my PS5, probably my favourite console of all time, and it's got some bangers on there. So I do a bit of remote play whilst I'm down Laura's. So if I just go through what I do, this is my setup, and then we're going to look at, would a PlayStation Portal improve my setup, or is it just a complete waste of money? Because let's not forget, the price tag is £200. So what are you going to get for your £200 investment in this? Right, so this is my setup for remote play. I use my MacBook. I got a MacBook Air. This is what I use. I can remote play and stream my PS5 directly to my MacBook. I then pair my PlayStation controller via Bluetooth, and I can play whatever game I want anywhere in the world, as long as I've got a strong enough Wi-Fi connection. Beauty of doing it this way is, as it's a laptop, I can use this in a coffee shop, in McDonald's, anywhere like that. You know, some places that have a landing page, you need to put in your email address and things like that. I can do that. I can use this anywhere. Downsides to this is you need two devices. So whether you use your phone, a tablet, or a laptop, MacBook like myself, you need two devices. So that's two devices you've got to carry around. And that is also two devices you need to make sure are charged. So I need to make sure that's charged, this is charged. If one of those is, the chain in the link is gone and you can't use it. And it can be a bit bulky, so, you know, if I'm down Laura's, I've got to find somewhere to sit there, so I'll put it on the arm of the chair, and then I'm kind of gaming on a bit of an angle and things like that. Not the end of the world, it works, but it can be a bit cumbersome sometimes. So that is my way of doing it at the moment. So would spending £200 make my life easier? Who knows? But another way you could do it is obviously if you've got a backbone. So if you was using your phone for remote play, you could get a Sony backbone like in the little video here. Click your phone into it and off you go. Downsides to these are, it's a tiny screen, so you're not going to get, you know, a massive screen. Resolution will be pretty good if you've got an iPhone or something, but it's so small, reading text and stuff can be difficult. Obviously, with my laptop, I've got like a 14.4 inch screen, so it's a nice size screen for portable playing. With a backbone as well, the buttons are quite small, doesn't sit that nice in the hand, and with both scenarios that I'm talking about, you are getting rid of your DualSense feedback. You're not getting anything in that way, so no vibration, you can't use your microphone, nothing like that. So to me, the DualSense Edge, not the DualSense Edge, that's a controller. The DualSense controllers are the best around for that feeling to really immerse you in the game, the way the rumble works and the way the triggers work and things like that. So you're not going to get any of that with your remote play. So bear that in mind. Backbones, cost-wise, brand new, they're 100 quid. You can pick them up second-hand. I've seen them, like, well, I say second-hand, I've seen them, you know, being resold, still new in the box, for around 70 quid. Second hand, you could probably pick one up for around 50 to 60 quid, you know, the one that's been used. So you are saving money that way. But like I said, you do have a few sacrifices, And one thing that really annoys me about remote play on your mobile phone is, as you're playing, you get notifications. So if someone WhatsApps you, messages you, it'll drop down in the top of the screen, which is really, really annoying. Which then brings me to the PlayStation Portal. What are you actually getting for your money? It's £200, so it's double the price of a brand new backbone. Most people have got a laptop or a tablet or something kicking around. As long as you can download that PlayStation app, the remote play app, you're good to go. And as long as it's got Bluetooth, you can connect your controller. So £200 is a bit of an investment. Is it worth it, and what are you getting for your money? Because let's not forget, this isn't a actual console. This is just an accessory to go with your PS5. You need a PS5 for this to work. So it is £200 purely for an accessory. Now, do I think that's worth it? I don't know. It's an add-on, isn't it? But then again, some people spend £200 on a DualSense Edge controller, you know, which is just a controller with a few extra buttons. And some people will spend £200 just on that. Yeah, there are people out there that'll do that. So what do you get for your money? If you look at the Portal, you get a nice size screen. It's not as big as a laptop. Let's not beat around the bush. I think it's about an 8, maybe 9-inch screen. The screen, however, is really good resolution. It is not OLED, so you are going to get sun glare and things like that. But you will get a good resolution on the screen. And you're also getting a DualSense controller in effect. So let's break this down cost-wise. You're going to get a nice screen, like I've already mentioned, and you're going to get a DualSense controller. Now, a standard DualSense controller, you're looking around 70 quid, you know, around about £70 for this. And then you're also getting your screen in the middle. Now, like I said, it's not a cheap screen, it's not an OLED, but Sony have said they've had to cut corners to keep the cost down. If they wanted to do an OLED, you look at an OLED Switch, they're a lot more expensive than a normal Switch. So they've had to cut corners somewhere. They've also cut the Bluetooth out, which I think is ridiculous. Why would you not have Bluetooth on this device, especially for headphones? But then that's another topic. So if you bought a DualSense controller, you're looking 70 quid, like I said. Sawn that in half. You've got another £130. They've obviously had to put the screen in there. You could be talking around 70 quid for that. Then you've got the software. All the other gubbins that go inside this to make it run. There's not a lot in it. They haven't made a lot of profit. They actually said they're not going to make a profit on this. I don't believe that for a minute. There's going to be something in there, even if it's £1. You know, and they sell 1 million units, that's £1 million in their pocket. I don't know how many units they've sold, but I'm going to see if I can get a graph up or something. If it's not here, I couldn't find it, but it'd be nice to know what they've sold, because everywhere I've looked, they're out of stock. I do wish I did pick that one up now before release date, just to do a video on. Obviously, I didn't know they'd gone like that, and then once I've looked, they've just gone everywhere. You can't get hold of one. So bearing that in mind, they've said they are not going to make a profit, so they've had to cut corners. A lot of people are moaning about different things and different that, and it's £200 and yada yada yada. Like I said, you are getting a fair bang for your buck. This controller here, the DualSense Edge, £200 just for the controller. You basically get one of these cut in half, and then the screen. So is it really worth the money? I've watched a lot of reviews on it since it's been released, because I did have a bit of FOMO, fear of missing out. I've watched a hell of a lot of reviews, and to me, I do think it is worth the investment. It all depends on your lifestyle. If you do a lot of traveling around to different hotels and things like that, maybe not so much. It depends where you stay. If you stay at a holiday let cottage where you just got a router and you type in the password and you're good to go. But the problem this thing has, which I think is a big, big drawback, which I hope Sony will, you know, sort out, is rectify. That's the word I'm looking for. Word of the day, rectify. One thing I hope they rectify with this is putting a web browser on here. Hopefully it's just a hopefully it's just a software update and they can put a web browser on there, because if I go into Costa Coffee and I want to play while I'm drinking my coffee and maybe doing some other bits, I cannot join the network because it doesn't. You can't get on the landing page to fill in all your email address and contact details and all that jazz. That is a massive drawback, because you have taken away a whole lot of the mobile aspect of this. You do need just a Wi-Fi connection. You can tether it off your phone, you know, using a hotspot as well. But obviously, depending on where you are and how fast your connection is going to affect the usage of that. So for me personally, I think it's a great idea. If I stay down Laura's house, like me and Laura don't live together at the moment, but that will be changing this year, so do I really need one? Who knows? But when I'm down there, I can connect to her Wi-Fi and I can game. I don't have to lug my PlayStation down there, which obviously I haven't been doing, but I don't have to remember to take my laptop, make sure it's charged, find somewhere to sit it, and then pair my controller, because obviously once I pair my controller with my laptop, I've then got to disconnect it to pair it with my PS5 and then repair it again. I know I'm sounding like this is first world problems, but excuse me, it can be a bit of a nuisance. If you've got a DualSense Edge, you just turn it on, bang, off you go. Don't have to rest it anyway. It's literally in the palm of your hand. I have heard this is the most comfortable handheld console anyone's ever used. Not surprised, because the DualSense controller is one of the best controllers out there as a factory, you know, off the shelf controller, if you ask me. Xbox is probably still up there, but the PlayStation DualSense controller is really nice in the hand. So I can see where they're coming from comfort wise there. So for me, using it down there is going to be ideal. I only have to bring one device with me. Another plus side for me is, as you can see, this is all set up in my room. I've got 2 young children. They stay with me 50% of the week, 50% of the week with their mother. When they're here, I don't really have time for gaming, because we're downstairs, they're watching what they want on the TV. If I want a game, I'll have to go upstairs, and I've segregated myself from the family, and we're not spending that time together. If they want me, they've got to come up the stairs, come in my room, yada, yada, yada. This way, I can bang it on in the living room. They're watching what they want on TV. I can have a quick game, and we can still chat. It's not ideal parenting, I know that, but I'm still present in the room. I'm still having conversations with them. I can pause a game, have a chat, we can do whatever, start it back up. Can't do that at the moment. So there is that little bit of a bonus for me. So for me, I think it would work. Other people, maybe not so much. And obviously it all depends on your internet connection. So to break it down, is it worth the £200 price tag? Personally for me, yes. I will get the use out of it. I will use it. It's going to help me, well, not spend more time with the kids, but be more present with the kids. Handy for when I'm down Laura's. You know, I could take it to my mother's if I wanted, you know. So, yeah, to me, and like £200 to me for an accessory isn't that bad. I've spent that on other accessories. Like I said, DualSense Edge controller. The 3D Pulse headsets, they're not exactly cheap. They're not the £200 mark, but they're not cheap. There's a Elite version coming out now in 2024, which I am going to pre-order as well. So that's another 130 quid. So I think it depends on your budget and are you going to get the use out of it. I've seen mixed reviews about how it streams and the reliability of the stream, but from what I've heard, it's no different to any other remote play. Obviously, I haven't tested it myself, but I get issues with remote play anyway. You can get that slight lag and things like that. So, fingers crossed. If it does what I can do on my MacBook, I'll be more than happy. That's all I'm going to say. It doesn't have to be perfection, but I'm more than happy with what it's doing right now. So, will I be buying one? Well, funny you should ask that question, because actually, one came today. So, I have ordered one. I took the plunge. Paid over the odds for it, because obviously they're out of stock everywhere, so I have had to pay scalpers prices, but it wasn't too bad. It was about 20% more than the asking price, or retail price. So let's get it open and see what we get. Obviously you get the box. Oh, and then it's got like an inner box. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and set all this up now, and then we shall have a gander at how it all works and plays. Right, so that must be the charging lead. Well, that's the thing, it might need bloody charging, mightn't it? USB-C charging, so at least with the times. And then this is the actual unit itself. Right, so that is the actual unit. Let's peel this screen protector off. Wow, yeah, I'm over the moon with that. I see what they mean now. When they say the analog sticks are smaller, they are a hell of a lot smaller. If I just get this one to compare, see if you can see it from the video. but they are a lot smaller. So I don't know how that is going to pan out playing games. It's a fair bit of weight to this though, I will say, but it does feel, doesn't seem to bend either, which is good. It does feel like a DualShock, not quite, oh shoot, not quite the same as this, obviously because this is the Edge, but the DualSense Edge. But if I grab my other DualSense, yeah, it's very similar. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same as a DualSense controller. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. That's going to be really comfortable. The biggest thing I'm going to get out of this is the haptic feedback on remote play, and obviously I don't have to set a screen up anywhere or whatnot. Right, how do we turn this bad boy on? Do you hold the button, is it? No idea. Watch it not work now. Aha, we have lift off, so don't know if you can see that there. But we have power. Right, let's get that out of the way. What is all that? Oh, just the instructions and stuff. Don't need those, do we? Right, if I turn slightly.
2 hours later.
This is going to take ages, isn't it, to reboot, so I'll skip to the good part. Now, I'm not going to lie, that did take an age, but we are all up and running now. That took a while to do all the software updates and install the software, etc. So now we're at the home screen. Select PS5, and it is now connecting, I hope. Go to the quick menu to easily change settings, yada yada yada. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Oh, nice. So you've got a little quick menu on the side. You can link your headset, tells you what PlayStation you're connected to. You can change the brightness and all that sort of stuff. You're all set and ready to go. Boom. Let's see how long this takes to connect. Bear in mind, this is going to be the best scenario, purely because I'm in the same house using the same Wi-Fi and everything, so we shall see. Don't know if it'll work because my PlayStation is currently on, but ready to play. Oh, I've got to press X. Right, so I am now controlling my PS5 via this. So on the home screen is not much of a delay. But what I'll do now, I'll set up the camera so you can see a bit of actual gameplay footage of this. Let's see how we get on. Right, so here we are. How do I adjust the volume? Is there a volume pedal there? Wow, that is pretty loud, I'm not going to lie. I'll turn that down a touch. Right, what should we play? What'll be a quick... have a bit of God of War. Right, I've got a disc in, right, so I can't play that. Ratchet and Clank. It doesn't really show up on camera, but this screen is super bright, super vibrant. It is really, really a nice screen. Like I said, I know it's not an OLED, but it's what it is. So far, no delays or anything, no stuttering, nothing. Yeah, this doesn't really do the screen any justice on camera, so whatever you're seeing in here, multiply the colours and things by about 10. It is really, really bright and the colours are amazing. Right, let's see.
Well. Thanks again.
Are you gonna start in... Sorry, one sec.
Where's the bloody arena? I just want to have a quick battle.
Hey, Phantom, hold that
No. I haven't played this game in so long. Oh, there. Wow, the haptic feedback on a portable device. I'm going to say something else. This is super responsive. Like anything you're seeing bad on here is purely down to me being terrible at the game. Because like I said, I heard people complaining about lagging and things. But this is best case scenario, so what I'll do, I'll take this down Laura's with me tomorrow. And see how we get on. You know, there's so much going on the screen and it's quite a fast pace. It's holding up really well. Oh, I bought Final Fantasy 16 yesterday, so that's installed now, ready to play. I wanted to finish Valhalla before I started that. And I finished Valhalla this morning. That was a tough game. I'm really struggling with the controls because I've been playing God of War now for the last few days. I still think I'm playing God of War. Ooh. Right, well, I'm going to leave it there. How do I get home? Right, there's pause. That's a question. Oh, PS button there? Yes, wow. Right, so let's look at some more of the features of this. The haptic feedback is insane, so it's worth the money that just for me, really, because you don't get it with other remote plays. You've got a PS button, so I can go back and forth. You can actually use the microphone. So mic on, mic off, which is different. And you can pair up the new... So it's Sony Link now, it's called. So you don't get Bluetooth, but you need the new headset to be able to use a headset with this, which I know people are annoyed about, but it's the future, isn't it? You know, move with the times, people. But yeah, I'm over the moon with this. Really am. I wonder what an online game would be like, because this is going to take a lot of internet usage, isn't it? So we'll let that load up and have a gander at that. Right, so here we go, Fortnite. Let's just jump out anywhere. I'm going to die straight away, I know I am. Quite difficult to play with the camera in front of me. Let's just turn that down slightly because this is quite noisy. Very, very noisy, in fact. Right. So far, I don't seem to be any lag. But not a lot's going on right now, is there? So... I can't remember the buttons on this either. Not very often you get a legendary gun first off, so... It's a nice size screen as well, you know, it's not too big, it's not too small. I think it's slightly bigger than the Switch. Let's just compare that a sec. Yeah. It is bigger than the Switch. Deeper more than anything. You know, height-wise. I'm dead. Hope you enjoy my legendary gun. Oh, no, they didn't get it. Yeah, it's hard to play, but... Yeah, there's no lagging, there's no issues at all with it, so... Big tick in the box from me, really, if I'm honest. Like I said, though, perfect scenario this is, so... Have I just found another legendary gun? What's the chances? Right, well, I'm going to leave it there, guys. As you can see what it's like, how it's performing. I'm pretty happy with it. But, like I said, I'll do a test down Laura's and see how we get on whilst using a different Wi-Fi. And I'll let you all know. I do want a shotgun. Right, I'll leave it there and I shall see you all in a sec. Then gang, I just got the Laura's. I'm going to connect it to the Wi-Fi. Once that's done, I'll show you how long it takes to actually connect to my PS5 and then get a bit of gameplay and see how it fares using a different Wi-Fi source to what the PlayStation's connected. So bear with me and I'll get this set up now. Right then, so this is going to be the speed test now to see how fast it connects. We're about, I'd say, 15 miles away, 13 miles away. Obviously two different, and we've got two different providers as well. Laura's with Talk, I'm with Sky. So let's just see how this works. Now I didn't notice before, but when it's ready to play, you can press X, it comes up in the corner. So I'm going to keep an eye out on that, just to make sure, because last time I was waiting ages and it was already ready to play. I'd say it's taking a little longer than at home, which is understandable. But how long is it going to take? There we go. So it was a bit of a delay. Right, what should we play? Let's try something. Excuse the bulldog, that's Barry in the background. We'll go back on Ratchet and Clank because that's a fast-paced-ish game. It did take a little while to connect. Laura said about a minute, but what I'll do, I'll put a little timer up in the corner just so we can see. So obviously once you see this video, this is playing okay actually. Let's just try something with a bit of fighting. Maybe worth having a go with Fortnite as well, just to see if that makes any difference. Yeah, come on, we don't cut scenes, we just want to get some action. Right, so far so good. Ooh, got me. It doesn't seem to be any stuttering with Ratchet and Clank. Have a jump. There's a slight latency, but nothing major. No different at home, really. I'm not sure what speed Laura's got internet-wise. Mine at home is about 40 meg, so it's not brilliant. But what I'll do a speed test, and we can check all that out as well. Just so you guys at home know what to expect if you did get one. Right, so that's running fine, I'd say. I'll keep pressing the wrong button.
Pause it a second.
Right, so I've just loaded up Fortnite, and I'm landing. So let's see how Fortnite. So obviously this is an online-based game, competitive game. Speed and everything is of importance. But yeah, there's just no lag. I'm really impressed with it. Like, people are moaning about the lag. They're saying that Sony's brought out a crap device because it's very laggy and it stutters and this, that and the other. But I think they really need to just look at their network settings or their actual internet speed, because like, me and Laura haven't got great internet. Mine's, like I said, mine's around 40 or 50 meg. I think Laura's is slightly faster, maybe 60, 70. But I'll do an internet test and I'll put the results up in the corner. But yes, I'm really impressed. Let's see what it's like fighting with someone. Terrible. No, that was me. I'm stuck at the game. So let's return to the lobby. So yeah, obviously I haven't played it for hours on end. I may come out, but I'll keep you updated with that in future videos. But for testing wise, I am over the moon with it. It's performing just like I was playing the PS5. So yeah, that's my verdict on it at the moment. And then I shall see you soon with the conclusion of the PlayStation Portal. So in conclusion, is this the PS Portal worth the money? Oh hell yeah! I absolutely love this machine. There's been a lot of mixed reviews online and on YouTube especially. It all depends on what usage you're going to get out of this. For instance, I've been down Laura's all weekend now. I've probably got 15 hours worth of game time in this, and it's just like having a PS5 in the palm of your hands. Absolutely incredible machine. The only issue I've had with this was a slight stutter with sound. So as it's playing, it might crackle or might skip a little bit. Actual gameplay and the frames per second and things has been absolutely outstanding. Hasn't skipped a beat. Like I said, if you are having issues with that, like some people have, it's got to be down to your internet connection. That's all I can say, because ours isn't the best, but it's fairly stable and it's worked absolutely mint. So for me, for 200 quid, that is absolutely worth the money. Like I said, I did pay a little bit more, but to me, it's money well spent, because I personally am going to get a hell of a lot of use out of this. Tonight, I'm going to be playing this downstairs on the sofa. It saves me coming up here and whatnot. Like I said, it's exactly the same as having a PS5 in the palm of your hands. Don't get the full resolution, but because the screen's a lot smaller, you hardly even notice it. The picture quality on this is incredible. Like I said, it hasn't missed a beat. Battery life, about 5 hours, which is fine by me, you know. The gaming session for me never lasts 5 hours anyway, so I think that's more than manageable, and you just bang it on charge before you use it. So, yeah, for me, I'm going to say this is well worth the money, and I'm so happy I got it. I'm going to probably play this more than my actual PS5 from now on. Said that to Laura. It's just absolutely outstanding. So I really wish I bought one when I had the chance before launch, because it was 150 quid. Not to worry, you live and learn. But yeah, I would highly recommend getting one of these if you are in a similar scenario as me, or you are out and about a lot and you think you'll use it. So that's that for this video. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'm going to leave 2 videos up here, which I hope you'll like if you like this kind of content. Please hit the subscribe button and like button if you have liked this video. Really helps the channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one. So take care, stay safe. Ta-da.